Hi ladies, here's my short tutorial on how I color and stamp my dominoes and make them into keychains. So I just start out with your normal domino, any domino, and I usually make my holes somewhere where there aren't holes in the back. So if there was more domino colors on the side here, I would probably go to the middle right here. In this case, I could choose anywhere, so I chose the corner. And I just used my husband's Dremel. It was really easy, to probably 2 minutes to do. Pretty simple. I did like 20 of them. I made them all perfect. I didn't even damage one of them, so it's quite easy. So I wanted to start off with some color. So I'm going to take some brown Stays On. I'm going to use a little foamy for an applicator. Get it nice and colored, and I always cover these because they evaporate quickly. And I just dab on my first color. Stays On is permanent, and it adheres to the tile, and after it dries it won't rub off. I'm going to do the sides too because I think that makes it look more finished. But it is difficult to do when you have to hold on to one side, so I try to do it when my little sponge is getting dry, so there's not so much ink there. Okay, and from here on in it's just picking whatever kind of stamps that you like and making layers. And the very last layer can be, the cool thing about it is the stamp that you layer it on will stay there, and then the colors that you put on top will just layer on top of it, and it gives a really cool effect. You can do like 3 or 4 applications. Don't know if you can see that. Three or 4 applications, I can layer it, and it gives a really cool effect. So I'm going to take now my images. I think we should have some. I have a butterfly, a bumblebee. There is a third one right here. Dragonfly. So we're going to take all these things, and I think we're going to stamp them in black this time. My bumblebee. And you don't have to use your whole stamp. I only use, in this case, I'm only using half of the bumblebee. I'm going to do them all in black so that they stick out from the layers that I'm going to put on top of it. Again, I'm using Stays On inks. Permanent ink. Dragonfly. That looks pretty good. Now, I think we should go back over it with some brown. So I might even wait just a second here. These are my layers that I really don't want to smudge. Still really wet. I used a lot of ink on that image. Sometimes too, what makes it easier is to stamp off first before you even lay down your image on the tile. Okay, so we're going to take the brown, and we're going to take our sponge again, sponge it on top. Gives it a more aged look, more weathered. Now I think our very last step, I'm going to take our background stamp in black. You could do it in white too. I'm going to do this one in black. And I really think I'll use the top part on that stamp there, and this part of the stamp down here. So now I have words, I have a stamp, aged, beautiful domino that is now going to be worn or seen as jewelry. I love them. So for a little glassed look, you can use glossy accents. Put it on top. You can either put sprinkles in there. Sometimes I like to embellish it with little diamonds. And in my daughter's case, I took an alphabet case and I put her initial in the top for her birthday. So you can personalize them too. That's it for my tutorial.